Live on YouTube. Good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning, 5:08 in the morning. 62 degrees. Feels nice outside today. Today, I officially this was the first time I walked outside and I could see the stars. So, we're completely clear of any smoke down here now. It was pretty good yesterday, actually, but let's see. Here we go. Come on, Rosie. Wake up, Rosie.
Connected to YouTube live stream CPWRSPOM6B. Connected to YouTube live stream CPWRSPOM6B.
That's a mouthful. All right, we got audio, we got the mic, we've got everything going on here. Here we go. Seatbelts, lights, and it is time to go out there and pursue some happiness. We've got the normal Monday 3 deliveries. So we got Lenny's. They got a pretty decent size order. We have Gourmet Girls. They got their regular order plus some little brownie cakes. They got a few extra little brownie cakes. Why is everybody stopped? Everybody's stopped. We're gonna go. And then what are they? What are they? Just got a normal. They're kind of back in the routine. I think they've got 82 donuts today. I think it was 82. So we're good to go. They have done some more paving on this road. Here we go. From here, there's a section here that they paved last night. All right, come on, everybody. Here we go. There we go. So see, we're on the new pavement stretch right here for a little bit. I think until we get to this first bridge. Yeah, there we go. Boom. Now we're back. So I don't run into their construction delays. I guess because when they're paving, maybe they have to start to wrap it up a little earlier because they got to wait for the new paved area to be ready so that it's ready to be driven on at 5 o'clock. Maybe that's why they leave a little early. Because I haven't even seen them. Like, they're gone by the time I'm driving up in the morning, they're gone. Except, well, that's not true. There's a couple of them sitting in the parking lot. I think that's where they've got, like, their main group kind of sit there. People that are coordinating it. They're all sitting in their trucks. All right, we're gonna go. The guy's over there. He's in his lane. We're in ours. Everybody's happy. Don't need the air conditioner on this morning. Like, maybe I should turn that off. Let's try it off. See what happens. I'm used to making it kind of chilly in the van on purpose, but I don't think I need to this morning. We are good. Good to go. way down to the bakery this morning, there was a car pulled over somewhere right along here. It looked like they had a headlight out, so I would imagine that's probably the reason they were pulled over. Oh, you know, I went to get my emissions test done last week. I forget what day I went, maybe Friday. And I went and I used the self-service kiosk, and everything worked. It looked like it worked. But then when I printed out my report at the end, it said it didn't have enough information, or there was something wrong with the information or something. So I need to come back in a week. I don't know what, you know, and if my expiration date, you know, was going to, if it was going to expire between then and when I came back, I needed to go talk to a customer service rep. So I didn't have that part to worry about, but like they charged, I paid the fee, and I didn't get my money back. So I'm assuming that the next time I go, which will be one day this week, it's not gonna charge me again, I would hope. Well, it's not gonna charge me again, let's put it that way. And it might try to charge me again, but I'm not gonna fall for that. But yeah, like that was kind of disappointing. I was hoping to get that done. I was all proud of myself. I used the kiosk. It's very simple. You just plug it into that thing that's underneath your dash. So I did that. And it reads whatever it reads, and then it comes back. And it should just give you, I've done it before, so it should just give you a report that says you passed. Ew, something wacky happened. I think I'll go, the next time I go, like one day this week, I'll go there when they're open. And I'll make sure they're open. So if it gives me another weird report, I'll just go and talk to somebody there. Yesterday, I was on YouTube. When was I doing that? Maybe in the afternoon sometime. And I've been getting recommended videos that are like really old. So I was watching this it was like a 1 minute video. It wasn't a short, it was a 1 minute video. And it was these guys that had like I guess it was a GoPro or something. It looked like it must have been mounted in the back of the car. And it was a Honda. They're driving a Honda and they're riding along and this car pulls out. Now, in my opinion, they should have been able to avoid the accident. It was my personal opinion. I mean, I was sitting there and like watching this video. I'm like, it's like there was enough time to stop. Now I realize that the camera makes it look further than it is, so maybe that's not true. It could be that illusion that is making me say that. But, you know, a car pulled out in front of him, and he had enough time. There was two guys, but the driver had enough time to reach up and hit the horn, and then he hit the brakes. I think he did it in that order. Like, I would have gone for the brakes right away. I don't reach for the horn instinctively. I don't ever do that. I do if I'm like sitting. The only time I ever use my horn is if I'm sitting in a parking lot and somebody's pulling out or pulling in or something, and I feel like they might not see that I'm there. Like they keep moving, they're coming toward me and they're still moving to a point where I'm like a little uncomfortable about it, and I might hit the horn just to make sure they know I'm there. But like as far as other times, I don't really use the horn that much. So that wouldn't be my instinct, wouldn't be to hit the horn. My instinct would be to go right for the brakes. Call me crazy. And I think that might be why, and there were other people that made comments like that. I had to go and read the comments because I'm like, I know people are going to say this. And there were a few. But the one, I added a comment to this video, which isn't really like, especially when they're that old. I normally don't comment. But somebody had commented and said,
Gal says good morning.
Hey, New York, morning. Somebody commented and said, I don't know why this showed up in my recommended videos 5 years later, or 5 years after it was posted or something. And by the time I was watching it yesterday, it was 12 years old. So I'm watching this video that happened 12 years ago. So I added a comment to that guy that said, you know, geez, it was practically new when you saw it. I'm seeing it for the first time 12 years later, something like that. So what's going on, Katina? How are you feeling? Monday morning. Have you shifted over to daytime yet? Noticed an increase in older videos that I'm seeing in on my homepage in YouTube.
Lord Gal says doing well, how are you? Going to spend some time at the lake today.
Yeah, that's good. Should be I mean, it's going to be a nice day here. Hopefully it'll be the same up there. Looked like it was going to be sunny, not too hot. That would be a good day. Hanging out at the lake. Do people swim in the lake?
Gal says still on nights, maybe soon we'll be going to days, lots of changes at work like always. What's your plans for today?
Today I have to actually stay at the bakery for a little while. So normally on Mondays I do the deliveries and then I head home. But today Dave has the day off, so I'm going to hang out at the bakery for a little while. And then I don't know, it's going to be nice out, so I feel like I should do something. Maybe today will be my yard work day. I need to get outside. I feel like I've been in. Sign about the lane closures, the dates are constantly changing. Every day I come by here, there are different dates. I think it was the 12th through the 19th for a while, but now that we're at the 20th, now it says the 19th through the 24th. They're going to be working at night. I actually watched most of the soccer game yesterday. I did not see them score though. I fell asleep. I know, it's probably hard to believe. But after the game was already in overtime and nobody was scoring. And I don't remember what time it was, but I laid down. I'd already fed AJ earlier, so I was like, I'm just going to lay down and listen to the rest of this. And that was all she wrote. They're doing to the road. heavy traffic this morning for 5:30. I saw a funny story on the news the other day. There was a lady, an older lady, I don't remember what state she was in, but she got a license plate in the mail. She got a new license plate, and the plate was SQZ. It was on the left side. And then the right side said A55. So when you say it, it doesn't sound that bad. But if you visualize that, her license plate was A55. So it looked like squeeze and then the word. If you use fives, kind of look like a certain letter. It's pretty funny. I don't know whether she was going to keep the plate. I would keep that plate. I mean, think about how easy it would be to remember your license plate. I mean, even I remember her license plate.
Says morning.
Hey, good morning, Donna. Welcome to another week. Another Monday morning. We definitely have the commuters out today. This is like the most traffic I've seen in a few weeks.
What knew the deliveries?
Today's deliveries are, we got Lenny's, which is a pretty, they didn't get any chocolate top cookies, but they got a lot of other stuff. They've got a pretty good sized delivery today, actually. They got a lot of chocolate top cookies, like the day that it was raining. What day was that? Saturday? Yeah. So they might still have that. Then we got Gourmet Girls. They have their normal Monday. Actually, they added to their delivery today. They got some brownie, those little brownie cakes. They got 6 brownie cakes. And what a day. What a day is pretty kind of back in the normal weekly numbers. I think they have 82 donuts today. But it's really nice out today. I mean, I noticed when I got out of the house this morning that I could see the stars. So I know that the smoke has completely cleared. I think it was gone yesterday, really, for the most part.
Donna says going to be nice here too.
That's good. What are your plans for the day? Are you going to go to the library? Or are you going to take some film, some footage? Go. The Lenny sign is still out. I don't see it there. Today's Monday, but we just got to check with them, so I know we're not.
Donna says so practice making videos.
That would be good. I always feel like when it's sunny out, I should be doing something. I should be filming something. All right, let's go get the rack. Let's get the rack. There we go. Oh, the bread guy. The bread guy just left his bread. What if that's the same bread guy? I think I have a few. Wow, the guy heard me. Good morning. Looks like that other guy must have been here earlier. Thank you. I got it. I'm good. Thank you. Oh. Got to be a different bread guy. So there was like one tray of bread out there. Here we go. So, signs out. Lenny's Deli. There's the Gourmet Girl stuff. Lenny stuff. That's the technical name for it. Lenny stuff. We'll start with our black and white cookies. Cake pops. Gourmet cupcakes. Raspberry cookies. I'm going to put this over there on this one. Okay. Eclairs. A donut or a veggie omelet? They are two significantly different things. Look, this kind of shit. There we go. Perfect. How about both? You know what I mean? Like you could eat a little bit of the veggie omelet. See, now these things are so, you can't put a tray. I can't put a tray there because they made the eclair. What do you call that little cream puff thing? It's too tall. Here all are Danish. How many Danish did they get? 36. Four donuts. There you go. There's some donuts. A couple croissants. Apple fritter. Apple turnover. But I do not have a veggie omelet. I got some rainbow cakes here. 4 half rainbow cakes and 1 large rainbow cake. Let's go ahead and stick that on the top. Right there. Okay. Let's go. Nobody in sight. They're all. Should have taken a camera in there today. There's nobody in there. All right, Lenny's is done. Oh, ooh, we're a little early. I wonder if Elsa will be back at Gourmet Girls. We are a little ahead of time, actually. But she should be there. She was off last week. She should be back. Sushi Q is the name of that one restaurant. Sushi Q. Guess that's a play on Susie Q.
Donna says I like to keep frozen spinach on hand.
I never thought about that. I like spinach. I gotta go through stuff in my freezer. I feel like I haven't eaten. You know, some of like chicken, things like that I've had in the freezer for a while now. I bought frozen broccoli, corn, and stuff like that. I haven't really done spinach before. I've done frozen spinach before.
Donna says was tired of thinking what to eat, so bought a Domino's pizza. Large was cheaper than medium. Now Donna says but too salty.
Yeah, I like how they do that sometimes. They make the larger portion and actually ends up being cheaper. That is weird. That sounds good though. I haven't had a pizza for a while. What did you have on it? Donuts. There's a little bug walking across this windshield right there. He's going down. He's trying to stay out of the camera view.
Donna says just regular cheese.
Yeah, that's what I usually go for a regular cheese. I don't usually get toppings.
Donna says but was okay eating microwave.
The last time I ordered pizza, I got it from Domino. I mean, not Domino's, from Pizza Hut. I went and picked it up.
Donna says but way too salty.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Chinese food. Like, I like Chinese food, but that's the same, I get the same feeling with Chinese food. Oh, she's over there. I see her car. She's back. I have to admit, it's kind of convenient just leaving it outside. It makes the delivery a little bit easier. Good morning.
Nobody say anything. You ain't know here last week.
Well, I didn't know. No.
My God.
Did I wake you up? I did, didn't I?
Oh my God. I don't know why I'm saying.
Nope.
No communication. Right?
That's it.
See?
Did Bob call you on Thursday?
I hear noise over there.
Oh, thank you. Warm it. Good morning. Here, I'll turn you guys like this. Maybe I'll just leave it. It's not the best view, but there seems to be a lot going on here today. A lot. There we go. One more go here. The snack cakes. And a few more Danish. Or peanut butter candies. I'm not sure which one. Or chocolate top cookies. They get chocolate top cookies here too. Okay, done. What is it with this door? I'm gonna tell Bob we gotta do something about that door. It's just not right. It's not right. Okay. So they must have to call her in on Saturday, so this isn't her first day back. She actually came back Saturday. Okay. What's that? Here we go. I don't need the lights anymore. I'm going to turn the lights off. I don't really have something to say about the lights being off. Usually when I turn the lights on, the lights are on for safety. What do I say when I turn them off? The lights are off to increase the risk. I don't see any deer in the cemetery today. All right, off to what a day. Are we gonna make this late? Are we gonna make it? Oh, no, we can't possibly make it. I think I'm gonna change my thumbnail for my ride-alongs. I think it's time. About the other day. And what was that? Did I just get a message of some sort? And I watched I was watching the soccer game yesterday, and I didn't make it to the end. Well, I did. I made it to the end of the game, but then they went into overtime, and that's when I fell asleep. But, so they had a halftime on yesterday's game, if anybody was watching. And normally they do not have halftime shows at soccer games. I think this was like the first time they've ever done this. And it was actually, it wasn't a bad halftime show. I think the halftime shows at the Super Bowl have been getting a little weird lately, but this was a good show. But the first performer was Madonna, and I was very curious to see what Madonna was going to look, how her performance was going to go. And did anybody see that yesterday? Did anybody see Madonna? I mean, she actually looked very good. I thought she had some plastic surgery done that, well, I'm sure she has, but I thought I saw her at one point over the past few years where the plastic surgery didn't really look like it did. It was really too good.
Paula says hello Craig and everyone.
Hey Holly, good morning.
Now Donna says no, but I am sure there's a video. Now Paula says yes, I did.
Did you see Madonna? She's like, how old is Madonna? She really, I mean, she did it as, I was impressed. I was impressed that she didn't dance around crazy
George
like.
Gal says no.
Like she didn't have the energy of a 20-year-old for sure, but I thought she looked. I was surprised. And I meant to look it up. I don't know how old she is. I was going to look it up, but I forgot.
Paula says she looked and sounded fabulous.
I know. But didn't she go through a phase where she had like some plastic surgery done and she looked really weird? Do you remember that? Wasn't that Madonna? She didn't look
Donna
like...
says she is 67.
See, that's amazing. She did a good job. She did a good job. I was happily impressed.
Paula says that was a great song for her also.
Yeah, it was. It was a good song. It was very appropriate. I thought they did a good job with the whole show. Even Justin, he did good.
Paula says I think so, but I don't really follow her.
Borderline. That was when I first heard the song Borderline, I knew that song was going to be a hit. It was like one of those songs I was like, damn, I like this song. And then it was a big hit. Borderline.
Donna says we'll have to watch. Now Hala says who was that all-boy group? Now Hala says was it BT something?
I don't know. I didn't know them. I know the one you're talking about though. I don't know who they were. Yeah, it looked like it looked like a boy band from an Asian or Eastern country, not company. Yeah, I didn't know them. And they were very well coordinated. Like the way they shot it, I'm assuming that was all live, but the way they were filming it, it looked really good. It was impressive.
Donna says I was in a chat about a court case, but people kept talking about soccer halftime show.
Did they like it? I think. I wonder what hardcore soccer players, you know, like if you were like an original soccer player fan and you've never had a halftime show, I'm wondering how they felt about it.
Paula says that the one I said could have been improved. The names it performs should have been on the TV screen.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Donna says yes, they seemed surprised it was so good.
They had a good day too. At least the smoke cleared out. It was sunny. It was a good day. You don't get a break during those games, though. You know, like with football or baseball, you've got time to get up and go to the bathroom or get something to eat. You don't get a lot of breaks during soccer. Neither do the players, but...
Paula says I think it was an attempt to Americanize the sport.
Yeah,
now Paula
that's
says
true.
so good, so good, so good.
It was good. I wonder if the players liked it, because normally whatever they have for a halftime is not that long, I don't think. Aside from that break, though, they just go, man. They don't really stop much.
Paula says just the hydration break, but otherwise non-stop.
I know. There were a lot of celebrities there, too. Yeah, they could have done that with the celebrity sightings too. I noticed that although the one guy, I didn't catch exactly who he said. I think we were looking at Matt Damon. I think it was Matt.
Short gal says good morning, Paula.
But he said I think he said the wrong person the first time he said it. So like the camera panned over and there was Matt Damon, and I think he said another person's name.
Paula says where the heck are we? It doesn't look familiar.
We're between Gourmet Girls and What a Day. So we're on the part, we pick up this road a little bit further south than when we don't have Gourmet Girls. So you'll recognize this in about a half a mile. There's also a lot more traffic today everywhere.
Paula says yes. Same thing. Now Hala says good morning New York gal.
I think the tickets for that game were like crazy expensive, right? Like, weren't they going for like $10,000 or $11,000? But that's not what they were originally, right? If you bought them from FIFA or from whoever sold the tickets, they weren't that expensive, right? Like, I'm assuming the prices that they were talking about yesterday were on the, on the resale market.
Hala says it seemed different.
Yeah, now we're on now that's where we would have come onto this road. If we were coming from Lenny's, we would have just turned onto this road back there. One thing I noticed about that stadium, when they were doing the shots from above the stadium yesterday, it looked like there's not, I didn't see like a whole lot of parking around it. So I'm assuming that means, do most people go to that stadium and get there by way of public transportation? I mean, I figure in New York that's probably the case. But when you look at the above, like the in the sky view of the stadium, it just didn't look like there was a whole lot of parking around it.
Says off. Another thing I noticed, when Justin was performing a certain angle on screen it looked like a lot of empty seats. I mentioned it but no one seemed to see it.
Oh really? I didn't see that. I didn't see the empty seats. I wonder if people got up for the halftime break to go to the bathroom and stuff, maybe. Was it like a whole section or just spotty? You might have caught him when everybody was going to see a man about a horse.
Says so either people moved to see him or they left the room.
Yeah, that's
Now
right.
Donna says they haven't gotten over the wardrobe malfunction.
Was that, you mean with Janet Jackson? Was that him? I remember Janet Jackson. And I remember there was a guy there, but I don't remember who the guy was. Was that Justin? That was a long time ago. So either Justin was very young at that age, at that time, or he's a lot older now, or a little bit of both. Look at this traffic. We're like in regular traffic. Oh, you know what else I saw? I guess you could say it was the longest running, it's kind of like a live cam. It was as good as they could get back then. So the first, well, one of the first webcams that was set up, pointed at something in 1994. Has anybody heard about this? So in 1994, there's a webcam that they started, and it takes a picture.
Koalas says parking was a concern. I still don't understand why. It's not like they added seats. They have other huge events there.
Yeah, right. And a lot of people take the train, right? Like, don't New York people travel by way of train to get there? But there's this webcam in San Francisco that has been live. It's been live since 1994. It's still on. It takes a picture every 20 seconds. So it's not live like we have today. But it was as live as you could get back in those days.
Donna says was in 2004 Justin and Janet at Super Bowl.
2004. Okay. So that was 22 years ago. So say he was 20. Is he in his 40s? Like, is he like 40 years old? I didn't realize Justin was that old. Of course, he's probably saying the same thing about me.
Hollis says yes. Not just NY, other places as well. Now Hollis says wow. 22 years.
That's crazy, right? Well, that I will say this. He looks fantastic. If he's 40 years old, I would have not guessed that. Because maybe he was like 16 at the time, maybe. What's this guy doing?
Donna says Justin is 45.
45? Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. Jeez.
Hollis says I wonder if they will have a silver anniversary to celebrate that incident. Now Donna says keep asking Alexa.
What? Is that 25 years? Is that what a silver anniversary is? 25? So 3 years from now. Oh, so anyway, I wanted to say this camera in California, it's been taking a picture every 20 seconds since 1994. Now, here's the bad part. Every time it takes a picture, it overwrites the previous picture. So it's not like they have however many years that is. It's not like they have a series of pictures every 20 seconds. They do have some pictures because every now and then there might be a glitch in the upload and it doesn't delete the previous picture. Like that happens occasionally, but not very many. I think it's happened like 80 sometimes over the past 94, right? 94, 2004, 14, 24. So it's 30 plus years. But anyway, it's called, I think it's called FogCam.org. It's still on. You can still go look at it. It's at some university in California. And it is the longest existing camera like that. Webcam. I saw it. It came up, for me, it came up in a YouTube video where they were just talking about it. And I think even that was a few years old. Like, I don't know why I'm getting all these old YouTube videos. But, so I watched that, and then I went to, I think it's called FogCam.org. Anyway, I always thought that was interesting. Yesterday I saw that.
Koalas says, dude, 8 more till $500 to donuts, that's less than a dozen.
I know. I noticed that. I gotta get a good video out there. You know, you put out, if you get some good videos out there, boom. That's the trick. I think I'm going to update my profile picture too. I think it's time to move on from the steering wheel. Here's my country song. Alright, 6:25, we're here. What a day! Alright. Oh, I was talking to Bob the other day about how It's weird when you call here. He's like, yeah, they don't even pick up the phone. I'm like, I know. So he has the same issue. Although I told him that I call, and if it rings like 4 or 5 times, I just hang up, and then they come and open the door anyway.
Paula says you think that will bring in the subs. LOL.
No, they'll probably. I should probably wait until I get to 500 before I put it, because I was going to put my picture in there. So yeah, I probably should wait until I have like 503 or something like that. Oh, you know what? I have a question. So let's say you get to the 500 mark or the 1,000 mark, or you're above 1,000, which is you're official. 1,000's really the number. So if hang on a second. Hold on, my door. Hold that thought. I do have a question though. There's a guy at the drive-thru. I was trying to eavesdrop to see what he wanted, in case it was a pastry. But he was a very quiet talker. Like that was very nice. You know, I'm thinking if he orders something that's on this rack, I should hurry up. But he talked so quiet I couldn't tell. So I don't know. That's the back end of his car right there. All right, here we go. Push you back. Let's move. All right, what do we have today? We got 82 donuts today. That's a light day. These shifted a little bit on the ride. Let's just move these out a little bit. Come here, you crazy. There we go. Slide the paper. It's all in presentation. Oreos. I like how with the Oreo donuts, it just, you don't even see the hole. They're so covered with goodness. Glazed. Don't even see the hole. Chocolate. Look, they only got 12 chocolate frosted. This is probably a good amount for a Monday. M&M's. And now...
Paula says not really. I need the hours. Short about 260 hours. I am not legit. Don't know how it happened, never cared too much, but it does feel good.
Oh, yeah. You need, how many? 4,000, right? Isn't it like 4,000 hours? Yeah, but the 1,000, well, they're both kind of, they're not, see, that's the thing. It's not easy. Like, that stuff doesn't just happen. All right, here we go. Steve's over there drinking his coffee. Good morning. Good morning. There you are. I was looking for you. Have a good day. A lot of trays from yesterday. Where are you? Oh. I'm like gonna get it in the van and go. I haven't even closed the door. Gotta do this in the right order. Okay. So, okay, so my question is, wait a minute, let me look at this thing real quick. Let's see if I've got anything happening there. No, okay.
Paula says yeah. So I got first level at 500 with 3,000 hours, but the 1,000 with 4,000 is a bit rougher, as I gained some from 365 days ago fall off.
Yeah, well okay, so that was going to be part of my question. So let's say you become monetized. Let's say you got the 1,000 and the 4,000. And then
YouTube live stream CPWRSPOM6B is no longer live.
What?
Lost connection to YouTube live stream CPWRSPOM6B.
All right.
Press reconnect to manually reconnect to the stream.
Okay. Look, I probably touched something here. Hold on. Let me check. That's not on. Let's try to reconnect here and see what happens. She disconnected as soon as I was going to ask a question. That's not helpful. All right, I'm going to try it just straight up connect and see what happens.
Disconnected from YouTube. Connected to YouTube live stream CPWRSPOM6B. Connected to YouTube live stream CPWRSPOM6B.
All right, I don't know what that was about then. I don't know what she did, but here was my question. So let's say you reach the minimums, you surpass them. And so it was a two-part question. One is, what happens if your number of subscribers drops below the minimum?
Paula says testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, there we go. Good. We're good. Thank you. So if let's say I get to 500 and whatever you can do at 500, but if you drop below, do you lose that feature? Like, so if you went to 1,000, let's say you were at 1,000, just slightly over 1,000, you got your 4,000 hours, and so you've reached the point of their official monetization level. What happens if either one of those two things drops below? Do they turn it off? You know what I mean? Or like, are you locked in? Once you get it, you're good. thing is, I have premium, so I don't know what it looks like for people. Like, do people... So I don't know, like, do people that are watching your videos, do they get commercials? Like, when does that start? See, this is like regular. I think we've had a couple of weeks of lighter traffic after the 4th of July, but it seems like this is back to normal.
Says I asked that about the hours if they drop after you get it in the last tuber chat, and most people said you don't lose it as long as you're still actively do videos.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good, because that'd be that's a lot of pressure to try to keep up. That's a lot of hours. Although I guess it's particularly hard at the beginning. I think as long as you keep posting a few things here and there, you probably don't even have a trouble keeping up the number, actually. I think it's pretty wild when you think about it, that you're posting something online, and I mean, my numbers are not that high, but even where they are, I'm like, I think to myself sometimes,
Koalas says, but his tuber chat says you want to lock it in, get like 510 or so even they take some, you don't go below.
right? Yeah, that's true. Well, I was watching John just recently went over 10,000. But he had a couple of days where, like, he passed the 10,000. And then, I heard him talking, I was watching his replay, so I wasn't there when he was doing this, but I saw him hit 10,000, and then, like, the next day, he was back down to, like, 9.98. And then one day was, like, then he went back to 10. I think he went back and forth over the 10,000 mark like 2 times.
J8Y says hello.
Good morning. Welcome to the band. we had 3 deliveries this morning. We just finished the 3rd one. So we are headed back to the bakery at this point.
God J8Y says it's actually night for me.
Night. Where are you? Are you night? So you're not in Europe. I think even Western
God
Europe.
J8Y says Australia. Now
Ah.
Hollis says I really can't believe I am there. I never cared about numbers or money. For real, I wanted whatever to happen naturally.
Yeah, that's I agree with you on that one. Australia, so you're on the other side of the planet. You're not just a different time of day, you're a different time of year.
Hollis says hello, edit good.
That's the craziest part. You're having winter time.
Edit God J8Y says what did you think about the World Cup?
I thought it was. I didn't watch a lot of it. I did watch yesterday's games. I thought it was cool. I mean, I think I like watching everybody enjoying themselves. It looked like people were happy to be here visiting. So I think the U.S. did a pretty good job of putting on and Canada and Mexico. We're all in it, but I thought it was good.
God J8 says what sport you watch?
I actually don't watch a whole lot of sports. Like, I'll watch some baseball, a little bit of football. See, our football is different, right? So, like, we call it soccer. We call what the FIFA does is soccer, but... And then I have to admit, I probably watch... It's not... NASCAR. I watch NASCAR. I do, though. I like racing cars. But I think soccer was fun. Soccer is fun to watch.
God J8Y says racing cars are underrated.
True. Very true. Like, I still watch quite a bit, but I was very into NASCAR for a while. I used to go to the Daytona 500 every year. And it's a lot of fun when you go to a race.
God J8Y says I'm gonna subscribe so I can join next time. Now Hollis says but not to push or promote another, but Tuber Chat makes you aware of a lot of things and connects with good supportive people. You should watch if you had a chance.
I think I have been in there a couple of times. I know he's stopped in my live streams a few times. He's a good guy. I like him. He's a good guy. He does live streams, right? Where he just, like, everybody kind of dials in. I think Kendra had mentioned that channel to me one time. I have to see when he goes live.
Hollis says really during the race Daytona 500.
Yeah, I used to go to the Daytona 500 race I want to say, and my brother continued to go. I sort of stopped going, but I went to maybe 11 or 12 of those races. I loved it. And it's like I mean, you go there, I think it's changed since COVID, but I mean, they would have all these souvenir trailers, and they would give away all kinds of, the sponsors all had tents.
Paula says, yeah, live streams.
Yeah, I've got to see when he's on. I should join one of his live streams.
God J8Y says, funny how we are on the same planet but our sport worlds are completely different. We have cricket and rugby.
Oh yeah, you do. That's true. That is kind of funny. Cricket, rugby. Yeah, you're the opposite time of the year all the time. It's so weird. I watch a couple channels that are in Australia, and it's just so funny to me, especially when we're going through spring, and so our trees are starting to bloom and everything. And down there, yours are starting to change into fall colors. And what part of the country are you in? Are you like Sydney in that area?
God J8Y says, I have been to America a few times and it's a great place.
It's a long trip though, isn't it? I would like to go to Australia, I think. I would like to do that. And I know it's a long flight. What part of the
Paula
US were you
says,
in?
I went after he rated John. I asked him what his channel, then checked it out, saw a lot of different people, took me a while to get it. Edit God J8Y says, I'm from Brisbane.
Brisbane, okay, cool.
Paula says, where have you been to in US? God J8Y says, I went to Seattle, and a bunch more.
You were on the other side. You were on the left coast. Seattle's very nice. I've never been to Seattle. I've been to Portland, Oregon, which is not far.
Paula says, oh cool, West Coast. God J8Y says, I love Hawaii once and it was a very nice place.
Yeah, I haven't been to Hawaii either. Look, you've been seeing stuff in the US that I haven't seen. I had a brother that honeymooned in Hawaii. That's as close as I got. I got to see the pictures from his honeymoon.
Donna says, where is the best place to vacation in Australia?
That's a good question. That's a good question, because you'd need to spend a lot of time there if you were going to try to really move around. It would be like the U.S., really, as far as where to go.
God J8Y says probably Gold Coast or Sunshine Coast if you want to go to the beach. God J8Y says, but Sydney is better for scenery.
Yeah, you get a lot of the iconic there. I want to see a kangaroo. Like, do you have kangaroos running around all over the place? Like, like I'm trying to imagine if we have deer. All right, so every day I see deer.
God J8Y says depends where you are. Now Hala says, how about if you want historic stuff?
That's a good. See, they're a pretty young country too.
Hala says, where is a good place for foodies? Edit God J8Y says 15 minutes from the city you will see a bunch of koalas and kangaroos. Now Donna says, for a while I got into watching videos about FIFO miners in Australia.
So are you on the completely opposite side of the clock? Like for me right now, it's about to be 7 a.m. We're like 5 minutes before 7 a.m. So are you 7 p.m.? Like, are you the complete opposite, or you're probably close to that, I think. And you're way ahead of us. Like, you're going to be tomorrow before we know it.
Edit God J8Y says, for me it's 5 minutes before 9 p.m.
Oh, okay. It's before 9. So you're a little more than 12 hours different. Yeah, see, my hours are extremely early. So like I'm online at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock a.m. in the U.S., in the East
Hala
Coast.
says this is an example of how great YouTube is, that we can experience different things in real time. It's amazing.
It is amazing. It's crazy. I mean, we got the whole planet covered.
God J8Y says, I love how you interact with your viewers. Most streamers don't do this as good as you.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, I noticed some of the people that drive You know, because you can't really read the chat when you're driving. So I kind of rely on this text-to-speech.
Donna says Craig is the best.
And it has a delay, but at least it makes it feel like, you know, I'm talking to somebody. I like it. It drives some people crazy, I have to admit. Some people don't like it, but it works good for me. She acts up every now and then. We call her Rosie, by the way. So if you ever hear me refer to Rosie, that's the speaker. We almost changed her voice one time, but none of us liked it very much.
J8Y says I like early morning drives. Now Donna says and people in this chat are respectful.
Yeah, sometimes. Well, and you know what happens? I've seen that. Here's what I've seen happen. Like somebody will try the text to speech, and when you first turn it on, if everybody in the chat has never used it before, then they all start typing. And I was guilty of this too. Then you all start typing stuff just to see what she's going to say. You know what I mean? Like you want to hear her say crazy stuff. So if you haven't been using it and you turn it on, the people in the chat will say stuff like, you know, ha 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 ha, or they'll make like little, they'll type things that they want to hear her say. But I think you got to just like ride that out, right? People are going to get a little crazy, and it's just going to be a little annoying. And you have to get used to the fact that she talks whenever you type it. I mean, you know, 15 seconds later, but she says it whether I'm talking or not. Some people don't like that either, because it is like this person who just blurts out whatever. You know, it's kind of, I think it's funny. It would be.
Says it's hard, especially if walking trying to show something at the same time. If you don't do it, you wouldn't understand. I try, but it's hard.
Yeah, it is hard. I think it's hard to read the chat. I find it more difficult to, like, I even use that little speaker when I walk, because I think it is very hard to try to read the chat. And some people don't. I mean, really, sometimes people just can't read the chat. And some people can't chat.
Both you and John do it amazingly.
Some people can't chat. That's the other thing. You know, like if they're watching on TV, some people just sit back and watch. And that's cool. I mean, I think that works. I think more people are doing that.
J8Y says I got to head off to head now. I will tune into another stream. Have a good day.
Yeah, nice meeting you. I'm glad you stopped in. Yeah, I think a lot more people are watching YouTube on TV.
Paula says take care, have a good night. J8Y says thanks.
I was just thinking, remember Thomas from Belgium? I wonder if he ever watches anymore. Goodness. It's fun. I think it's fun. Yeah, John's gotten very good at, I mean, he hears it in his ear. He doesn't play it so that the people can hear it. But he's gotten really good at that.
Paula says, yeah, too many variables. Son, walking, just talking. Now Paula says, aren't you going there for the holidays?
No, that wasn't Thomas. That was I don't remember that person. Yeah, that was the guy in Dubai. He was in Dubai. Is that what you're thinking of? Did I say I was going to go to Belgium? I don't remember going to Belgium. I was going to go to Dubai, I think. All expenses paid. Which was a very nice offer. We haven't heard from him either. Like, hopefully he's okay with all this war stuff that's going on over there. That's not good.
Paula says, I thought to do that with an earpiece.
Well, that's what John does.
Yes, Dubai.
Yeah, Dubai, yeah. And we haven't heard from him either for a while. Hope he's okay. He was not too far from all the fighting going on over there. All right, guys. Well, that's it for our Monday morning ride. I'm going to be in the bakery for a while this morning, so that's my morning plan. Just probably wash some trays up, get some stuff done in the bakery.
Donna says, have a great day all.
Yes, everybody have a good day. Another good ride. Appreciate everybody's time. And we'll be back tomorrow. Well, tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow's Tuesday, so it's 6 o'clock tomorrow. Otherwise, be good. Have a great day. Enjoy the sunny weather. And I will see you later.
Paula says, have a good day, everyone.
Bye, guys.